Hello everyone, and you are welcome to the channel. It's another day here on the channel, and today we shall be looking at the functions of nouns, or better still we say the grammatical functions of nouns. That is the functions that nouns perform in English sentences. And before we start, let me seize this opportunity to remind us to support this channel. And we can do that by subscribing to the channel, by liking the videos on the channel, and as well sharing the videos to our people, our friends and families, for them to benefit from the lessons on the channel. Thank you. So back to the lesson, we are talking about the functions of nouns. So the first thing we are going to do here is to define noun. A noun can be defined as a word that is used to name a person, a place, animal, or a thing. It can be a name of a state, an activity, an action, or a quality. So generally, nouns mean names. So names of things, names of people, names of places. So that is the basic idea of what noun is. Now, coming to the functions of nouns, here we have listed 6 functions of nouns. The first one is the subject of a sentence. The second one is the object of a verb. The next one is the complement. Next one is object of a preposition. There sometimes noun can function as appositives, and the noun can also function as vocatives. So we shall begin to pick each of these one after the other. So the first one, nouns functioning as the subject of the sentence. Normally, a noun will function as the subject of the sentence if it comes before the main verb in the sentence. In most cases, the subject usually begins the sentence. So if you are looking for the noun that functions as the subject of the sentence, start from the beginning of the sentence. Now, the subject of the sentence is the noun whom the sentence is all about. So the sentence is usually all about the subject of the sentence. Now, let's see these examples. Example here, Joel plays the violin very well. In this sentence, you would realize that the whole sentence is all about Joel. Joel is the subject. Joel is the main character in the sentence. So we say Joel is the subject of the sentence. People stay, example B now, people stay wherever they are respected. Here the subject is people. People comes before the main verb of the sentence, which is stay. Example C, Kwame doesn't go to school on Fridays. Here Kwame is the subject of the sentence, because the whole of the sentence is all about Kwame. But here we can have a change in direction when we look at the passive voice. Normally we say the subject of the sentence is usually the actor. That happens when the sentence is in active voice. In passive voice, the subject of the sentence is no longer the actor. In this case, because there is a shift in position, the subject in active voice becomes the object in passive voice, and the object in active voice becomes the subject in passive voice. So if you look at example A, in the active voice, we say Joel plays the violin very well. Now, we come to example A in the passive sentence, you realize that the violin, which is object, now becomes the subject in the passive sentence. The violin is played very well by Joel. In this case, the violin is played very well by Joel. The subject of the sentence is no longer Joel, but the violin. Because as a matter of fact, we can even remove Joel totally from the sentence. We can say the violin is played very well. So here in passive voice, the subject may not be acting, but then it comes before the verbs. So example B under the passive sentence, we have children are usually brought up by their parents. So children here is the subject of the sentence, because the whole of the sentence is all about children. Now, the next function of noun here is nouns functioning as the object of a verb. Normally, transitive verbs usually take objects, and the object of a verb is the noun, in this case, that the action of the verb falls on. The object of the verb receives the action of the verb. Now, the following examples will guide us. Example A. Biodun speaks Spanish fluently. In this case, the action of speak, which is the verb, falls on Spanish. Therefore, Spanish is the object of the sentence. Example B. Deborah doesn't eat fruits. In this case, the action of eat falls directly on fruit. Therefore, fruits is the object of the verb eat. Mr. Kamsin loves children because they are innocent. Now, the action of love falls directly on children. Children is the object of the sentence. So we shouldn't forget, we are talking about nouns functioning as object of the verb. So if you look at Spanish in example A, fruits in example B, and children in example C, all these are all nouns functioning as the object in the sentences that we have here. Let's go to the next one, which is nouns functioning as complements. When a noun comes after verbs that express the state of being, that noun is regarded as a complement. Now, it is very important for us to identify verbs that express state of being. They are verbs in the category of the verb be. Those verbs include be itself, am, is, was, are, were, been, and being. These are the 8 of the verb be. We have some other verbs that express state of being. Verbs such as seem, taste, become, feel, smell, sound, appear, etc. These verbs also express the state of being. So when a noun comes after any of these verbs, we regard that noun as a complement. For example, let's look at example A. This is bread. In this case, bread is a noun that functions as complement because it is coming after the verb is. The verb is. Example B. Those women are traders. Here, traders is a noun that functions as complement because it's coming after the verb are, the state of being traders. Now, example C. My friends nicknamed me Watermelon. You will realize that this particular example is different from the first 2 examples. Here, there is no verb that expresses state of being. Instead, the complement comes after the object me. Therefore, the complement in example C is called object complement because it describes the object me. So we go to the next one. Nouns functioning as the objects of prepositions. Nouns that function as the object of preposition usually come after the prepositions. That's in the examples we have here. Example A. I got a gift for Gabriel. In this case, for is the preposition. Gabriel comes after the preposition. Therefore, Gabriel is a noun that functions as the object of the preposition. Example B. Kids from Lagos are playful. From Lagos. From is a preposition. Lagos is a noun, the name of a place, and it comes after the preposition. So we say Lagos is an object of a preposition. Example C. I saw my dad at home. At is a preposition. Home comes immediately after the preposition. So we say home is the object of the preposition. Kwame doesn't go to school on Fridays. On is a preposition. Fridays comes after the preposition. So we say Fridays is the object of the preposition. Nouns functioning as appositives. A noun that functions as an appositive is a noun put next to another noun or pronoun in order to give more explanation to the first noun or pronoun. as we have in these examples. Example A, my brother John is a musician. Now you will see my brother, that is the subject of the sentence. But then we give more explanation about my brother, which is John. So John is adding more information to my brother. We are explaining more about the brother. So John is regarded as an appositive. Your hometown, Lagos, was the capital of Nigeria. So Lagos is an appositive to your hometown. Our teacher, Mr. James, has retired. Mr. James is an apposition to our teacher. So because it's just more explanation, more information, the same person mentioned using another noun. So the last one on the list, which is nouns functioning as vocatives. When we say vocatives, vocative is related to name calling. You want to address someone, then you first call the person's name before you address the person. That is what we call vocative. Now let's see these examples. David, how are you? So in this case, David is a noun functioning as vocative, name calling. Just calling someone before addressing the person. Example B, boy, tuck in your shirt. So boy in this case is a noun functioning as vocative. Now example C is a popular one. Ladies and gentlemen, let's rise for the closing prayer. So in this case, ladies and gentlemen performs vocative function. It is very important to add that nouns functioning as vocative do not necessarily occur at the beginning of the sentence. Let's look at example D. You should be grateful, Daniel, for everything mommy has done for you. Daniel here performs a vocative function and it occurs in the middle of the sentence. Example E. Be careful, Smith. Smith here is a vocative and it occurs at the end of the sentence. Wherever a noun function as vocative occurs in the sentence, it must be separated by the comma, as you can see in all the examples here. So that will be the end for today. I hope you've learned something. If you have watched the video to this extent, remember to subscribe to this channel, like the video, and share the video with people. Thank you. See you next time.